All right, Shalom. I want to start off this video by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, Bahashim Rukakudash, and double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Grace and peace to you elect around the four winds, believing and pushing this truth in all sincerity. May the blessing of election be upon your houses. This is your fellow servant, Rakoyer from the GMS Orlando camp, coming at you with another impromptu lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. Our Lord wants us edifying and exhorting until you elect Akim and Akwaf out there. All right, now, as you see from the title of this lesson, the Lord hasn't forgotten. All right, and Edom will be decimated. Thus saith the Lord. All right, thus saith the Bible, thus saith prophecy. All right, thus saith Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. All right, the Lord hasn't forgotten about the pride of Esau Edom, the so-called white man. All right, and all the atrocities that he's committed against our people, chiefly, all right, being the nation of Israel, which consists today of you so-called Negroes, you so-called Latinos, and you so-called Native American Indians. All right, the atrocities that have been committed against our people and continue to be committed against our people have not been forgotten. And even though we live in the land of the unjust, justice is coming. All right, true justice is coming. All right, and that justice is coming from our Lord, Yahweh Shah Mashiach, man. You know, tonight's lesson is inspired by something I witnessed today, you know, being amongst Esau. And excuse the camera angle, you know, my back camera is broken, so I gotta hold it like this. But you know, I was amongst E today at the plantation, and you had some border patrol, some highly trained border patrol agents who were there too, and they were talking amongst Esau, you know, and amongst me, and sharing their stories about, you know, hunting, because Esau loves hunting, you know, and it was two Issacharite border control. There were Jakes, you know, two Issacharites that were part of the border control, and they were chopping it up with Esau, and going into their hunting trip and stuff like that they took down in Texas, and they were showing pictures and videos. And at one point in the conversation, you heard one Edomite mention that the border control agents were telling them if they see any illegals to shoot them on sight. To shoot them on sight, just shoot them. And he said at first he thought he was playing, but then as the trip went on, and they seen you know, ripped shirts on the gate and stuff like that, they reminded them again. They said if you see any illegals out here, shoot them on sight. And there's no telling how many Jakes, how many Issacharites have been mowed down through this wickedness, through this wicked practice that Esau Edom has going on, man. Mowed down over there in the land of so-called Texas. They mowing them down on sight, and nobody's gonna know about it. It's not gonna be reported in the news. You know, nobody's gonna even think about it except for Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Except for the Lord and the angels, because everything's being took account of, man. The Lord has tabs on each and every soul on this earth, and chiefly you Edomites, chiefly you so-called white men, because your pride has led to you committing atrocities against the Lord's people. All right, and the Lord's not going to quit you. Let's get this in Nahum. All right, and the account continues, man, because they were showing videos. They showed a video of an Issacharite they had hogtied or tied up. He had his hands behind his back, and they were kicking him, telling him, get on, you know, keep moving, kicking him, pushing him. I've seen the video myself. They had Issacharite tied up. They had 2 or 3 Issacharites tied up, kicking them, telling them, keep moving, keep moving. And they're laughing amongst themselves like shit was cool, but it's not. And the Lord remembers each and every atrocity that you've committed, and you will take account in the day of the Lord. Best believe that. Fucking devil. They think they got the last laugh, but that's far the furthest thing from the truth. This is Nahum chapter 1 verse 3. The Lord is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. And they think just because the Lord is slow in anger that he forgot, that he was altogether such as one as they self, like it says in Psalms the 50th chapter. Since the Lord is slow to anger, Edom has got it in his mind that the Lord ain't gonna do nothing, or that the Lord is on his side, like it says in Psalms 50, like it says in Ecclesiastes 8 and 11. Since sentence against an evil work is not speedily executed, therefore it is in the hearts of men to do evil, roughly paraphrasing. And since the Lord doesn't execute judgment on sight for the wickedness that they commit, they think they're getting away with it. They think they sliding. But it's all gonna come full circle, like it says in 2nd Ezra the 4th chapter. The Lord's judgment is like a ring. It always comes back, and you demons are gonna pay for everything that you've done and continue to do to the Lord's people. All right, the Israelites, according to the Bible, which are you so-called Negroes, you so-called Latinos, and you so-called Native American Indians, man. I'm sitting there watching the video of the niggas I go to work with, hogtied an Issacharite. They had 2 or 3 Issacharites hogtied, kicking them, telling them to go on a fucking hunting trip. And on that same hunting trip, you got the border patrol, you got coon ass Jakes telling them to shoot any illegals on sight. And Edom set up their own to catch their own. And these coon ass Jakes do it for the check. And all that shit gonna stop, man. All this shit is gonna stop, man. This coonery, this niggerdom, this wetback, Negro, Uncle Tomahawk syndrome, all that shit is gonna stop through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai when the Lord returns, man. But like it says here in Nahum, the 1st chapter, excuse me, it's windy out here. Bear with me real quick. They're not going to be acquitted. All right, the Lord is going to hold them accountable for everything they've done and continue to do. This is Nahum 1 and 3. It says, the Lord is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. The Lord hath his way in the whirlwind and in the storm, and in the storm, and the clouds are the dust of his feet. All right, and the Lord is not going to quit these devils for what they continue to do and what they have done to our people. And it's no counting how many people these devils have, how many Israelites these devils have mowed down without anybody knowing. We only get the accounts that they're proud enough to brag about. But all the secret things are being uncovered now, man. All right, and with this veil that's being uncovered from the nations, all right, like it says in Isaiah 24th chapter, all right, we're able to see who this devil really is, who Edom really is, who the so-called white man really is, and who he really is according to the Bible and according to your fucking reality is the devil that the Bible speaks of. And at this point, it's evident. It's no need to go back and forth. It's no need to tongue wrestle. The so-called white man is the devil, and that's what it is. He's the physical incarnation of Satan, man. Everything he does is adverse to the ways that the Lord set up. Everything he does is adverse to Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. It's adverse to our spirit. He's the devil. He's a deceiver. Everything he does, everything he speaks, it's a lie. He's a forger, a liar, and a physician of no value, like it says in Job. This nigga is the devil that the Bible speaks of, and there's no need to tongue wrestle no more. It is what it is. You see it for your fucking self, man. This is the devil, man. And the Lord is getting ready to come and vindicate us from this devil, man, and get vengeance and lay vengeance upon these devils, man, for what they've done and continue to do. Best believe the Lord ain't forgot. Hell, if we ain't forgot, what make you think the Lord forgot? They got it coming, man. They got it coming. These devils thought wrong. They thought wrong. And their pride is getting ready to be brought low. This is Zechariah chapter 2. Verse 8. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, after the glory hath he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you. For he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of his eye. All right. And we, all right, the nation of Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and American Indians, are considered to be the apple of the Lord's eye. All right. And there's been many that spoiled us, many that touched us. All right. It's out of the 18 nations that the Lord created. All right. All 17 other heathen nations have touched us, have had a hand in our captivity, have had a hand in our destruction, have had a hand in our decimation. But the tables are turning, all right, and the script is flipping. Now things are being brought back right side up, man. All right, and the Lord is preparing the table before us right in the midst of our enemies. All right, and all those who laid a hand upon us are getting ready to taste of that vengeance that the Lord is coming with. Because they fucked up. They fucked up and they thought shit was sweet because the Lord didn't come down and judge them immediately. Well, what we're witnessing right now, what we're living through right now, is judgment coming full circle, chiefly upon these Idumeans, man, these so-called these Edomites, these so-called white men, women, and children, the Caucasians, these so-called Europeans. Judgment is coming full circle because you touched the apple of the Lord's eye and you forwarded our affliction. The scriptures say the Lord was but a little displeased with us, and the heathens forwarded our affliction and continue to forward our affliction. The Lord hasn't forgotten, and Esau, Edom will be decimated. Thus saith the Lord, man. We're gonna get it. This is Isaiah chapter 63. This is Isaiah 63. Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. All right, and this who is speaking about is Yahweh Shai, our Lord and Savior, or our King. That's who it's talking about, Yahweh Shai. It says, wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thine garments like him that treadeth in a wine fat. All right, it's describing the Lord and how he's coming back. And it says, and it's asking the question, it's asking the Lord, why is your apparel red? Why are your clothes red? Why are your garments red? Like you just pressed on the wine, like you just pressed on the wine fat, meaning, you know, how they stump on grapes. And if you know anything about, you know, how wine is made when they stump on the grapes, you know, it creates stains. All right, the juice from the grapes creates stains, red stains, all right, that are on your garments. That's why they wear those overalls and they pull up their pants legs all the way to the knees just so they don't get the stains on their clothes. All right, but they're asking the Lord, wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, in thy garments like one that have treaded the wine fat. I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in mine anger, and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment. And this is the decimation that the Lord is coming with for Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. It says, for the day of vengeance is in mine heart, and the year of my redeemed is come. All right, and just like we remember, and just like we feel some type of way, the Lord feels some type of way. The Lord remember. Yo, he's still coming to get that get back for those who crucified him. Best believe that. Them niggas ain't get away either. Them devils is coming, the Lord coming to crack the whip on their ass too. And these new age devils, quote unquote, these new age devils gonna catch the smoke too. It says, for the day of vengeance is in my heart, and the year of my redeemed is come. And I looked, and there was none to help, and I wondered that there was none to uphold. Wherefore mine own arm brought salvation unto me, and my fury, it upheld me. And when the Lord comes back, his fury is going to uphold him. The Lord is going to be filled with rage. And in that rage, he's going to decimate not only 2/3 of our people, but he's going to decimate the nations, and chiefly Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. The Lord is going to decimate The so-called white man. The pride of these devils is outstanding. It's amazing. And they're doing exactly what they're created to do. It's amazing. The pride of these devils is outstanding. Perfect. They've done an excellent job in being prideful. And they've done an excellent job in forwarding wickedness and forwarding our affliction. Excellent job. 5 stars. But the Lord is coming with a 10-star judgment, nigga. And everything that you've done to the nation of Israel is going to be recompensed, man. And what I witnessed today is a showcase of what's coming for you. Here it is, man. You have Israelites being mowed down, ruthless. Bodies left in creeks. And nobody knows. Nobody knows about it. These devils keep it to themselves. Hell, they they enjoy it. If you would have heard the way, it's a certain way you gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you're having a conversation, certain ways things are said, and you just gotta be there to understand it. You gotta be there to understand it. It was a certain way that it was said, and as we were watching the video, it was a certain level of pride, not only on Esau, but on those coon-ass Issacharites too. And this is why the Lord is coming with vengeance. Because it's a lot of shit that we don't know about that Esau Edom think he's getting away with. A lot is being uncovered about the so-called white man. All right, but a lot is still in the dark. A lot is still in the dark. And none of that is going to go unchecked because the Lord got the light on everything that this devil is doing, man. Everything that's going on in the earth. Let me get this. I just got 2 more and then I'll close it out. Isaiah 34 and 5. It says, "For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumb and upon the people of my curse to judgment. The sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and the blood of lambs, and of the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of kidneys of rams. For the Lord hath a sacrifice in Basra, which was a chief city in Edom, and a great slaughter in the land of Edumb." All right, and the Lord is coming with that great slaughter. Thus saith the Lord. Thus saith the Bible. The Lord is coming to decimate Esau Edom, which is the so-called white man. And if you don't like it, get the fuck away from us. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. Period. We're not tongue wrestling with you. We're not going back and forth, because the scriptures is what it is. It says what it says. And if you join unto the so-called white man, guess what? The Lord is coming to cut you off too, right along with your baby, right along with your daddy. It's Esau Edom. And good riddance. Just like them 2 coon-ass Issacharites. Good riddance. The Lord is coming to cut you niggas off. You're like a skin tag. You're a disease. All those who are joined hand in hand to the so-called white man, when the Lord returns, will get cut the fuck off. Decimated, according to the scriptures. According to what we're reading right now. Got this last one. This is Obadiah. Give me 1 second. This is Obadiah. Let's see. Verse 10. It says, For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. All right, and for his violence against us, all right, the nation of Israel. All right, he's going to be cut off forever. All right, shame is going to cover him. And right now, we're seeing the shame covering him. We're just waiting for him to be cut off forever. But right now, the shame is covering him, man. Everybody sees Esau for who he really is. He's not a philanthropist. He's not an outstanding character. He's not a good citizen. He's not a model citizen. He's a demon. Each and every one of them are devils. And everybody sees them for who they are now, man. They'll get over you, get over on you the first chance they can. They'll smile in your face, but think behind your back on ways to entrap you and ensnare you. Like it says in Sirach, the 12th chapter, the 13th chapter. They'll use you twice and thrice until you're dry, suck you dry, and then leave you out. This is who he really is, man. He'll form alliances with you. He'll make treaties with you, break them if it doesn't fit what he wants in that moment. He'll make alliances with you and then put sanctions on you. These other nations seeing him for who he is true. If he doesn't like the way that you're running your society, your people, your country, he'll send economic hitmen to overthrow your government and to implement the laws and the statutes and commandments he wants you to implement within your society. This is who he is. He's an adulterer. He's a Mo. He's profane. This is who he is, man. He's a perverter of judgment. He's a liar. This is who the so-called white man is. And everybody can see it now, man. That shame is covering him. That's why he's trying to tear down all them statues of his so-called forefathers. Trying to erase the history that's being brought out through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, but it's too late. It's too late because everything has already been taken into account. All right, the case has already been built. These niggas got a Fed case on them, man. There's no way out. It says, in the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces and cast upon Jerusalem, even thou was one of them. But thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother and the day that he became a stranger. Neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction. Neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress. You shouldn't even have looked at us in our day of trouble, nigga. You shouldn't even have looked. That condemned you already. You were marked from that point on, and you continuously getting marked. It says, thou shouldest not have entered into the gate of my people on the day of their calamity. Yeah, thou shouldest not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity. I'm going to jump down to verse 18, because this is the point. All right, the decimation. All right, the decimation, because your decimation is soon to come. It's soon to come. It says, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble. And they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord hath spoken it. And this is all thus saith the Lord. If you don't like it, too bad. This is thus saith the Lord. And thus saith the Lord, the house of Esau, the house of Edom, will be completely decimated. And right now, we're seeing their hegemony. We're seeing their empire, their beloved city falling. Babylon is falling. It's falling. The society is in shambles. The economy is in shambles. The morale of the people is not even, it's not present. Their alliances are crumbling. Everything around them is turning to shit. And it's all thus saith the Lord. And it's all been prophesied, man. And thus saith the Lord, the house of Edom will be decimated. The Lord hasn't forgotten. But with that being said, that's all I have for tonight. Lord, which is edifying unto your elect. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem HaKadosh. Double honors to our apostles and elders of great millstone who rule well. Grace and peace to you, elect around the four winds, believing and pushing the truth in all sincerity. May the blessing of election be upon your houses. Shalom. Stay up.